while, I would like to share uh, with everyone regarding what is MetaPath and what we are doing at MetaPath. So MetaPath is a Web3 aggregator where we aggregate everything around Web3. We bring them at one place. We bring all the NFTs together. We bring all the GameFi assets, metaverse asset at one place where people can do various things with them. So we have an NFT marketplace where you can buy NFTs from six different chains and using 400 plus different cryptocurrency from 40 blockchains. So if you want to buy a Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT with Solana, you can do that. Similarly, if you want to buy some Solana NFT with Ethereum, you can do that as well, and you don't have to go to different places to swap tokens. We also have a swap where uh, all the uh, 400 tokens with on 40 plus different blockchains come at one place, and you can swap between them, and you can do different things with them. We have an AI aspect to it as well. So if you are looking to do some research for NFTs, for uh, tokens, you can use MetaPath AI tools on the website to do those research as well. And you can, if you are a ChatGPT Pro user, you can use our plugin MetaPath to do that as well. And you can ask it questions like, uh, give me the NFT collections that have highest volume in last 6 months, but lowest flow price and such things. Uh, so yeah, thank you so much everyone for joining. We have our guest on the spaces with us. I'm going to invite another one main account as a speaker. Please accept it. Okay, yeah. So we have them as a speaker. Uh, hey there, how are you doing? How is the weather over there? Uh, yeah. Hello. You're on mute. If you are speaking, please unmute yourself. Hey, Macro. How are you doing? We are having some trouble speaking. I have added another speaker. Hey, Macro. How are you doing? Sorry, we cannot hear you. If you.
Hello, hello.
Yes, we can now hear you.
Yeah, I connected from my personal account. I'm Marco, CEO and founder of another one. Thank you very much for having us here tonight for this space, for this amazing space. And hi everyone from MetaPath network and community. Very happy to have this talk with you tonight.
Yeah, awesome, Macro. We are really happy to have you here as well, and we are really looking forward to listen about another one and the great things that you are building. Now, before we get into the spaces, we would love to know more about your background. Where do you come from, and how did you land in Web3 space, and how did you land in building another one?
All right, so let me give a quick runabout on my background. Marco, I'm originally from Italy. I have been spending the last 15 to 20 years in actually a very boring and serious industry that is M&A and corporate finance. So investment banking, investments also with VC. I moved to Asia in 2015 to take care of cross-border operation. I've worked in the past also with a lot of luxury company, fashion company, so that's also my knowledge on the industry. But first and foremost, I'm a huge fan of sneakers. We would say in our in our terms, a sneakerhead or a sneaker connoisseur. And the collectibles in terms of sneakers brought me also to seek NFT space. So I got into NFT quite early in 2019. I actually met one of the founder of CryptoKitties when I was in Shanghai, and I was surprised about this. First, the hype and the potentials of those digital assets, but also the traceability of a digital asset using the blockchain technology. And then I started investigating the space. I started the idea of creating a marketplace for trading of secondary trading of sneakers, where you use NFT as a certificate for authenticity of the sneaker. And then we evolved the project with my co-founder. They're also a fan of sneakers, and that led us in 2021 to release the first collection that was it is called the Sneaker Society, also all around sneakers, to create a community. It was a huge success. We sold out in 1 hour and a half, taking the peak and the hype of the NFT momentum. And after that, we got back to our original idea, extended to connecting physical product and digital products. And thanks to the embedding of the NFC chip, we created a digital offering that today is not only limited to shoes, but also to any kind of wearables and collectibles, and enabling consumer to unlock potential from digital product, but also brands of different industry to create their digital strategy. And this is what we're doing right now. Is a lot of education. Is a lot of also the development in terms of mechanics, and happy to talk about it more in more in-depth analysis of the digital aspects.
Yeah, I mean, the phygital thing, I'm actually very curious about. I have seen few phygital things in, different conferences. So there were a few examples when I was in Token 2049. We saw like few rings, few bands, which were like phygital. So yeah, this is like really interesting to me. Now, when you're building a company like another one, and when you are building a Web3 phygital fashion platform, what is your vision behind this? Why, Web3, why digital, and why fashion? Macro, are you there?
Sorry, I lost the last
Okay, yeah.
the last
Okay,
question.
so
Sorry.
yeah, no worries, no worries. I can always ask again. So can you introduce another one, and what is the vision behind Web3 digital fashion platform?
So another one is digital enablers. What we do is we create the opportunity for brands to enter digital strategy. So creating product that are both physical and digital, interconnected, and giving the possibility to consumer and then our user also to unlock opportunity to engage with their products, not only physically, so offline, but also online. The value proposition of another one is strictly connected to the bond between the physical and digital product. So as you mentioned before, you've seen a lot of digital experiments, let's say, because we're still in an experimental area right now. The only problem that we see in the offering is that there is a discrepancy between the physical object and the digital object, or the digital twin, the digital representation. We firmly believe in a strong integration of supply chain that comes from the manufacturing of the product, the design, and creating a product that has utility and use both offline and online. And this is what we created with another one. We create a solution for integrating physical product and digital product to have digital experience, token gated experience that can be used both offline and online. Uh, the DNA of another one has also a very strong creative background, because we do believe that it's not only the matter of creating the product, but it's also respecting the DNA of the company that wants to create a digital product, being the product merchandising, collectibles, or any other kind of product. And we have an extensive experience in building different type of products, as you can see from our portfolio. The value proposition is first enabling this the capability to having the possibility to interact with those products in virtual environments that could be metaverse experience and game experience.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. Now, one thing that I'm really excited about is I've seen lots of digital products, but adding a fashion to that, adding a swag element to that is like I feel is a really cool idea. Now, what inspired your team to do that? Like, what inspired the team to focus on merging phygital and digital fashion worlds?
The first, let's say, the inspiration again comes from my passion from sneakers, because one of the main problems that we have in purchasing um, sneakers that are like more collectible objects than wearables is the authenticity. And the way we create our technology to authenticate the product is very strong in terms of security, because once you buy a product from another one, we make sure that the product is produced by the brand, and then we work together with the brand to install the NFC chip. The NFC chip is connected to the NFT. We have what we call a factory app that code the NFC and pair the NFC with an NFT. So the NFT is the region of the traceability of the product. It's immutable because it's a smart contract that is already built. So you can copy the NFC, you can copy the ID, but you cannot copy the collection that is already deployed. So this bonding creates a main flow of trust between the physical product and the origin, the traceability of the physical product. So this was the inspiration. Then what we created more is a way to interact both offline and online. So we wanted to push a little bit more the digital context, because you can interact online, and then the company can trace your interaction with your email, because you're registered with your email, and then if you connect, if you purchase products, they can give you rewards and loyalty program because you accumulate points. But there is no way to interact to take the same person that's buy the product and then rewarding them because they're wearing the product. So it's proof of wear. That's why we have our reward and loyalty program that is called Flex to Earn, and maybe we can talk later about that. That allow us to trace the action offline and online, because we want to reward user and consumer that not only buy the product, because that is for us is passive is a passive reward. We want to reward them because they buy the product, wear the product, and engage in activity. Just as we sneakerheads wear the Travis Scott sneakers at the Travis Scott concerts, because we want to be part of that environment. We want to be part of that experience in full.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big sneakerhead myself. I have, I think, 20, 25 different sneakers from, Air Jordans to LeBrons and things like that. I'm a basketball player as well. So I get what you are saying. Now, uh, there is this thing called another drop offering. Now, can you share more about that and what is its significance for brands and designers that are looking to enter in the space?
Okay, so the another drop offering is let's say it's our first concept of a launchpad, meaning that we create a collection. Um, we allow also the brands to create an efficient drop, because with another drop offering, we create a collection. You first sell the NFT, and then the user that buy the NFT has to claim the physical product, meaning that we create efficiency in terms of production, no inventory, and it's also a limited collection. So that was our initial concept. What we evolved in terms of the concept of another drop offering. So essentially, but to launch new digital products, where we take care also of the manufacturing, the claiming, the logistics of the distribution to the end user, and of course the NFC coding, pairing, and sewing inside the embedding inside the wearable. The another drop offering was the first stage. We understood that there is a main problem in the market. There is not enough digital product in the market. So how can you boost the use of the digital industry if you don't have enough product? That's why we decided in November last year to also welcome business and creating a white label solution of the another drop offering for the business to create digital offering using our technology distributing to consumers. So we now have access to a wider um, audience, because if you take all the drop that has been done lately by the industry giants like Artifact, also the collection with the Borrego Club and Adidas, I guess there was there was a couple of other brands that create a collection. There is the brand dilution effect. You cannot drop more than 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 items per year on the under the same brands, because you will dilute your offering. Second, we as a platform cannot drive 200, 300, a million people on our platform to buy other brands' products, because that's like a lot of effort in terms of marketing. So we decided to keep the ADO for special products, and we're gonna have an ADO in April, May this year with Templa, and announce the ADO for winter outfit for snowboards. We created a very cool product with them, and we're gonna launch it in with our format of the ADO. But we wanna provide this opportunity also for brands to launch collection on their own website, so they have their own traffic. They won't dilute their offering, because they will do one or two launch with us per year, but this will allow us to reach a wider audience, because at the end of the day, our interest is to fill the market with digital products. So the concept of ADO is a launchpad of a digital collection, where another one takes care of the backend technology, the purchases experience, and the claiming and distribution. And on the other side, the user either buy from our platform or buys from the brand platform will have the same product with a very easy and joyful user experience. And we're also integrating the payments with credit cards to welcome the Web2 audience that is not savvy in terms of creating a wallet. So this is the concept of the ADO.
Yeah, I mean that's really amazing, and I feel you know uh, as a creator or designer, I would be really happy to partner with someone like that. But also as a community member, I would be really happy that the platform that I'm using is doing this sort of work and making sure that what they are giving us is of the right value. They are only promoting things that are of good value. So yeah, I really would love that as community member. Now, my next question is, how does the flex to earn model work? Uh, what makes it an unique engagement tool compared to the current loyalty programs that we see in airlines or hotels or some other things?
So for the flex to earn is again the concept of interacting with brand activity at the not only the proof of wear but also the interaction. The way it works is we developed this app that recognize the NFC chip that is paired with the collection, so we can add those collection to a specific event that is created by the brand or can be a sponsor, where the user can go to the event, eventually register and enter the event with the physical product, because the app scanning the NFC trigger a blockchain transaction, and if the blockchain transaction goes, it means that that is a product that is legit and is allowed to enter the event. We then have a software that allows for us to reward directly the wallet that is associated with the NFC. So it's a hassle-free experience for the user. Just imagine we're recently talking with a football club to create digital experience for the supporter. Just imagine you wear the jersey of your favorite football team, you go to the stadium, and the clerk at the entrance will scan, and you can enter because you have that collection that allows you certain perks and benefits. And then maybe you interact in a physical booth where there is another clerk because you put something in action, will reward you with a scan. That scan can give to your wallet a POAP because testify that you are at that match. Can send you another one token as a reward, or can send you stable coin as a reward. You can also be selected to participate to a raffle to go to the changing room of the players, or winning a T-shirt signed by the goal scored the goal scored at the event. So you have a lot of other advantages that and you we can trace your interaction, and that T-shirt itself will gain experience points because we can trace all the experience that were made by the T-shirt. So it's becoming a gamification. It's like you are in a video game and your sword is killing 100 enemies, and then that sword will become more stronger. Like we will give you more power. Same thing here. We want to the reward system that we created is to reward active, super active user, not active user. You buy, you wear, page, you're rewarded. And this is something that currently hasn't been done, or it's still in exploration phase from most of the brands. But we believe, especially with the merging of the Web3 communities to the digital realm, it will be the new standard.
Yeah, awesome. And the one thing that I really liked when you said that uh, users can go and verify through app that there is a blockchain transaction happening over there. Now, my next question is, what kind of technology that you are using where scanning an app would trigger a blockchain transaction. So, in terms of technology, what is the proprietary protocol does another one use to connect offline activities like scanning your app with the on-chain transactions?
So the proprietary technology of another one is to allow us to create this kind of interaction is made by different modules. We have the main modules, of course, is the ADO platform, to create the collection. Then there is the factory app to code and pair the NFC with the NFT, and then there is the FlexTurn app that's recognize that yeah, NFC and can reward the wallet. Now, all those you have to think that the technology that we built is very heavy in terms of processing, because every single transaction, every single feature that we put into the event. For example, when we created an event, we said, okay, the event will be in Rome in the 27th of December. When I press save, that that information is a blockchain transaction. So I store into the blockchain that I created that event that will be in Rome on the 27th. That's pretty much the extent of our dashboard for the Flex to Earn, that is connected with all the other modules, the ADO and the factory app.
Yeah, awesome. Now, when I'm learning about another one more and more, I see a huge opportunity to do some sort of growth marketing, where you can ask users to do certain actions and they get rewarded and things like that. So now my next few questions are about community and what kind of collaborations you are doing. So uh, I think you have currently over 60,000 members in your community. How do you plan to engage them and then grow this user base to like a million users or something like that?
So the rationale and the KPI that we're using here is on two way. One way is by the product that we distribute with partners that create collection with us. So B2B model. As I said before, if we launch an IDO on our platform, that will bring, we launch maybe 5,000 units. Of course, that has to be like a particular product that it takes time to develop. For example, the Anchor Meta shoes that we launched last year, it took us 9 months in terms of prototyping, because making a pair of shoes is about not only the design, it's also about the comfort, it's also about the wearability, the walkability. So there are a lot of aspects. That means that we can create those particular products, but it takes time. Meaning that maybe it takes 1 year for us to create a product that will give us 5,000 user or 10,000 user. Now, how do you industrialize that? You create a B2B process where you distribute more products, but it's more like accessible product, because to have flex to earn, to have this interaction, you need to use something that people usually wear. So if you buy a $500 sneaker, you maybe won't wear them always. If you buy a $50 hoodie, you probably will wear that more than one time, and then that's the goal that we want to achieve, to have multiple interaction with the same item. Our KPI in this case is every product that we create, every item that we sell from the business side will generate zero point 0.6 time user, meaning we sell 10,000 item, we expect that at least 60% of the people will register and will interact with those items. And then we expect also that from the user that we have, from the item that we have, there will be double of the user that will register, that will create their digital identity, waiting for having a product that they like and that they can interact. So in that time, they can interact with our new ambassador program for the Flex Point. So you interact online, and then once you get your own product, you can interact also offline. So let's say if we have 100,000 items that we will distribute in 1 year, we expect to have 60,000 active user on then 100,000, and we will expect to have 200,000 of user that will be in line to have the next digital product because they wanted to interact with us. So this is pretty much the KPI that we have to scale up the user base.
Yeah, when I asked this question, I expected answers in terms of, and I think this is the answer that most project would give. I expected answers in terms of community growth, in terms of Twitter growth and things like that. But what I did not expect is the answer in terms of real user growth, which many of the projects and companies shy away when they speak about their projects. But yeah, it's great, and I think it's a very good sign that your KPIs are on actual users, and even further, how many people would actually use the products that you are creating. So that's like a really good sign, and yeah, I love it. Now, uh, so the next thing I would like to discuss is, let's say, collaboration. So how does another one collaborates with artists, brands, some gaming projects? So let's say if there are any artists or brands or gaming projects that are listening over here, uh, how would you collaborate with them to create digital fashion items? What would be the process to do that?
So we already launched a first competition. We have a module that is called Become a Creator, where we engage creators from all over the world to create products, digital product that eventually can become physical product. The experience that we had in the experience that we have when we launched the when we launched this module is Enter One Meta, one of our first products that was the sneaker. Because in that particular project, we engaged Lucio Vanotti, that is a very famous artist and designer in Italy. Worked with Giorgio Armani, and he has his own line of clothing. He never created a sneaker because he never had anyone to beg him to finance him, to support him to create a sneaker. Because to create a sneaker, it takes a lot of money. Just think that if you have to build a mold for one size of a sneaker, it will probably cost you $15,000 plus the prototyping cost, and of course you then have to sell 5,000 or 10,000 of those sneakers to pay the mold for each size. We put him in a position to create this product because we partner with 30 different communities, 30 different colorways that would engage to create their own iconic product. So that was the beginning of become a creator module that will be of course there will be another season this year where we interact with the designer. There is another way also where the designer, we have our own portfolio of designer that then we pair together with the brands that we work, or the company Web3 project that we work with that want to create a collection, but they don't have any skills in design. They don't know even how to create an illustration that is the print of your t-shirt or your hoodie. So this is the potential that we also have in another one to combine our supply of designer and the demand from the business to create beautiful digital product.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that answer. And I mean, my so uh, we have talked about how artists and brands can come to another one and create their digital fashion items. Now let's talk about some success stories. So I see there are lots of projects that you have launched. There is NTR One Meta, there is Project Naomi, there is the Sneakerheads, there is the Sneakerhead Society and Riblab. Can you share about, let's say one of this project and share their success story?
Yeah, so for the entire meta, pretty much say that, and we actually have the success is allowing Lucho, the designer, to create this first pair of sneaker, and us to get in contact with different brands and company. And also we created the asset that is interoperable with the Central. So if you're the sneaker, you have the shoe in the Central. Project Naomi was a very interesting use case for creating an offline and online event, because we participated in the Milano Fashion Week in September 2022, together with Casa Day, that is the brand behind Project Naomi. We created this avatar that was the character of the virtual experience, again in the Central End. And the experience was accessible to the people that were present at the fashion show of Casa Day through the use of the Oculus. So people come see the product, the real product, and then they can have an experience with the all Casa Day heritage, with the technology used for to create the product. That was the Blade 2049. That is the iconic product of Casa Day, revisited in a futuristic way. We created all the environment inspired by the Blade Runner environment. That was one of the passion of the founder of Casa Day. So it was a very exciting project. Drip Lab was the best commission of art, because we hired four graffiti artists to create a huge graffiti outside of the factory of Olmetex. Olmetex is our partner for the textile fabric. So it was an experiment to create the drip lab jacket. Is a wind jacket that has this textile that is thermoreactive, meaning that above 15 degrees it has one color, below 15 degrees change color. And that was like a great product discovery for us, that allowed us to experiment not only the performance material, but also combine the material with a collection of NFT, the Dripped Up collection, coming from the IP of those artists. And of course, Sneakerheads has been our first project. It started as a PFP project. It evolved as a gaming experience in Sandbox. We are Animoca brand portfolio company. We are also a Sandbox partner. We created this product because the intention was to show how a physical product like the TSS Metaflex, the T-shirt inspired by the sneakerheads, can be used also inside the game. So once you get the T-shirts, you claim the NFT. The NFT is interoperable with the NFT scan API of Sandbox, that gives you an avatar that wears that T-shirt in the game, to give a token gated experience. And I guess all those projects carry with them a lot of experience, and it was our little lab to then create the another offering that we have today.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, just hearing all the stories, first hearing the concept of the project and then hearing all the stories, uh, it really shows that, what your vision was and how successfully you have been able to implement that vision. Now, one thing that I got from your website is that you guys took a role of a phygital sponsor in an event in Shanghai. Now, a phygital fashion product is something that we have already explained, but then how do you participate in such event as phygital sponsor? So can you please elaborate on your participation and how do you integrate with such events?
The Mighty Dragon event, it was mind blowing because it was an integration not only of physical product but also art, music, dance performance, and AI AI design. The way we conceptualized this event, it was together with Eventi, that is an event organization company in Shanghai. That the founder Alberto, a good friend of mine, he's major in theater, and he created this concept of holistic and immersive experience. What we created is the interaction of the user. So we wanted to have the guest of the event to interact with the event and changing the event dynamics based on the interaction. So what we conceived was creating a wristband with NFC chip embedded, then creating 5 digital booths where the people with those wristband could interact. Every time you interacted, there were some digital booths that was there were they were hosting a competition. So there was like a memory game with 2 screens, 2 people playing, and have to detect which is the image that doesn't have a double. And the one that the finish the game first will get a flex to earn scan on his bracelet because he won the competition. Now there were some competition where you have to, for example, magic blow. You have to blow on a device, and then based on the blow, the power of your blow, you will have an image created at the moment. And that was like the interaction that we were expecting from the people. So we divided the people in 5 groups. Each group was representing an element that then was connected also with the dragons. That was the theme of the event. At the end of the event, there was a music performance, and then after the music and dance performance, there was a AI generated image that was generated taking into account which of the group, so which element won, and taking that element to create this image. So we had a lead board of people that they were divided in those 5 groups. The people that earned more token for the experience point decide the last image that was created, and they won a physical token. So in this way, we kind of have the guest to interact in an immersive experience, and um decide also a portion of the artistic performance at the end. And this is how we use the digital technology. This is how we think that there is so much behind the digital power, the power that unlock a digital product, because then it moves into interactive experience, immersive experience, and also gamification.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that answer. And I can just imagine the amount of excitement for something like this in a physical event. That this would be a really great way to interact with everyone who has joined, or everyone who has come to the conference. And I think more company like the other companies can start using your technology and your product and start working with you to do similar things where they are engaging with people who have come to attend the conference. Now, let's talk about your future plans. So, what are some of the exciting things, or what are some of the upcoming projects, collaborations coming for another one that you are excited about?
So next step, next milestone. I see some comments on on the space, and I see that people are also eager to know what are our next milestone. First of all, as you all know, we are close to launch the token because the token is all what empower the another one ecosystem. We are planning to have the TGE and the IDO plus listing by the end of this quarter. That is one of the major milestone because it will bring into the market also the potential of our product. Then we gonna have the digital ID, so a soulbound token that is attached to each another one account, and then allow us to give and empower the user to reward them for their offline and online activities. We are because we did the pivot to B2B in November last year. We are also working on automation of the digital toolbox, that is the B2B version of the ADO feature, in order to have an online catalog, so making and automatizing the process to create a digital collection in no time. Last batch that we created was conceived, produced, and shipped in under 3 weeks. So we're very proud of that because it means that it's a very engineered process, and there is like a lot of potential in terms of industrialization. And of course, our presence in China and our strict connection with the manufacturers help us also in terms of efficiency and price. We are exploring also multi-chain and cross-chain opportunity, because for us the chain is an ecosystem, so it's just like a country. Every brand want to have presence in different countries. We want to have a shop in different chain, and this is something that we're working. We choose Polygon because of the low cost of transaction, because every time you do a scan with the flex to earn, every time you claim the NFT, it's a transaction, and we don't want our user or our partners to pay $20 for for each transaction. And we are in terms of business development, as I already anticipated, we are in finalizing the talks with a sport club in Italy. Is a football club actually. One of the top 10 football club to create their digital merchandising for the new season 2024-2025. We are launching Templa, so the ADO, and we are talking with different brands to create another two ADO at least for this year. But we already started our B2B business, so we have a busy pipeline of merchandising. We're gonna also announce soon a major sponsorship of an event where we will recreate the magic that we did for the Mighty Dragon, hopefully. And we also want to create a user version of the Flex to Earn. Today, the Flex to Earn is only for business. So only if you create a digital collection with us, you will have access to the dashboard for creating an offline digital experience. And the clerk that will scan will be only the clerk that will be authorized by the brand. Tomorrow, we want to have the Flex to Earn also as a user app. So the user can interact with each other, can scan each other, can gamificate, or eventually join a virtual checkpoint around the world with different checkpoints to engage in our treasure hunt and competition. And lastly, of course, it's integration with different metaverse. Today, we are compatible with Decentraland. We are compatible with Sandbox. We want also to have more compatibility with other metaverse. So I would say we'll cover the milestone for the year 2024.
Yeah, awesome. Now, before we move on to the community questions, Is Man, I will just go and start reading the questions. Would you like to people listening to this spaces take certain actions? So, like, would you like to follow them on Twitter or Telegram, or do you want them to go to a website and do certain things? If you have anything that our users can do right now and start using another one, please feel free to share that.
Yes, so the first action that we will like to have from the new user is establishing your digital ID. So connect to the another one launchpad, create your profile, input the more information that you're comfortable with, because the more information you link, the more traceable you are for your action. If you link your Twitter every time you post anything, we know that it's you and we can reward you to earn more flex points that allow you to have more experience. We do have different collection. There is the voxel collect TSS voxel collection, the in-game character. If you want a voxel character, you can play the Hyperia game, the experience in Sandbox, and then you can get access to rewards. We had an Hyperia competition that was run in November and December last year to win another one token, a free drop of another one token for those that complete the experience on Hyperia. So I guess what we need right now is what we look for now is to have more user with their identity, because if you have your digital identity, then we can reward you, and we can give you access also to whitelist. We can give you access to for example, ticket for conferences that we're sponsoring, or events that we are organizing. But you need to have your digital ID.
Yeah, I mean, thank you so much for answering that. And Macro, uh, we have learned a lot today, not just about another one, but what is possible with digital assets, how they are being used, how they are being used in events. So we have learned a lot in terms of technology and how you guys are taking it ahead. So thank you so much for coming onto our spaces and sharing all this information with us. We really appreciate uh, your time, and we really appreciate you just coming over here and sharing all this very openly with us. Uh, Now, I have few questions from community, but there is this one question that I am very intrigued to ask you is could you elaborate on how another one ensures the authenticity of NFC authenticated physical goods linked to NFTs? What benefits do user gain from owning NFT backed fashion items on your platform?
So yeah, I will go back to the original explanation of the authentication of the product. We pair the NFC with the NFT. So once we code the NFC, our factory app identify the ID and pair it with an NFT that is minted from a collection. So just to make it simple, we are producing 1,000 T-shirts. We get 1,000 NFC. We create the collection of the T-shirts first. We pair this collection to each NFC ID, so it's a direct pairing. And once the pairing is made, that NFC is embedded in the T-shirt. Now, this process make counterfeit proof, because if you scan that NFC, even if it leads you to a website that resemble another one, but it's not another one, that NFC won't be connected to that NFT, meaning that there won't be an action that can be that can be associated with that NFC, and that NFC cannot participate to any of our flex to earn activity. So this is the ultimate way in which we guarantee the proof of authenticity of the product. firstly. Second, the interaction of the possibility unlocked by the product, both the NFT allow you, for example, to wear the product in a gaming experience and give you the possibility to have like a token gated experience. So if you have the product and you are in an escape room, you can get into like a section of the game that you can only access because you have that NFT. If you join an event with the t-shirt and you get POAP from that event, that POAP can be used in the game experience to have a booster on the points that you can get if you complete a quest. So this is the type of interaction that you are allowed to have with a digital product from another one.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much, Macro, for joining the spaces and sharing all this information with us. We really loved hearing about another one and the things that you are building. I hope everyone who is listening to the spaces has enjoyed as well. Uh, Macro, do you have anything to say before we close the spaces?
I really enjoyed the space, I have to say, because the more we go with our business, the more things I have to say, the more clear is also our business process and activation. The more experience we have to share, and I'm very happy that at this point I was here to share with you all the experience that we had, and the possibility that are unlocked by our product. On my side, what I would say is, if you don't have a digital ID on another one, please go to the launchpad and make one, because we have a lot of rewards, a lot of competition, a lot of way you can engage with us. We also have this gaming experience on Sandbox. Please go, try, play. Let us know if there is something that you would like to add, or any suggestion and feedback. Those are always welcome. And for creators, contact us. We love working with creators. We want to give space to the creators. Our goal is to become also an ecosystem for creators where you can launch your projects on another one. The token holders can vote your product, and if you have enough people backing you, we help you realize your product. So creators, please contact us, because we're always eager to engage with you. And I guess I'll leave you with my usual my usual word. Let's get digital.
Yeah, awesome. So, thank you so much, everyone, for joining our spaces today and listening to us. If you are listening over here, or if you are listening later on YouTube, we really appreciate you guys. We do these spaces every week, so we will see you next week. Until then, let's stay digital, right, Macro? Okay, everyone, we'll see you.